morning, everybody in Lyme land. It's Maggie. I've been a little absent because, unlike usual, my husband was home all week last week. It was really great. And we spent a lot of time together and we did a lot of different things. And he left this morning. For the most part, my meds were really knocking me out and making me fall asleep and be like comatose, totally dead to the world. Until last night, I couldn't sleep. I wasn't even almost tired. I forced myself to go to bed at 3:45. So I got like 2 hours of sleep, and he left at 5. I don't remember him saying goodbye to me. I'm sure he did. He always does. And yeah, so that's like lately. I went to my pain management doctor again, and I had another series of injections right here to work on my headaches. And I've had several different ones on my spine and my shoulders and actually in my head. And so that I wasn't really worried about the ones here. I figured, it was going to be just the same. And instead of being face down on my stomach, they had me lay on my back, which they've never actually had me do before, so it was kind of strange, like, looking around. It was all the same people that it always is, but it was just weird to be face up and, like, in the conversation, really. And so they did those injections, and then the doctor left the room, and I was going to sit up, and the nurse told me that it might not be a good idea. I might be a little dizzy, and he was saying this as I stood up, and then I just felt myself going backwards, like my legs weren't going to hold me, and I just, went backwards and sat right back down on the table. And I don't remember what I said because I also felt like pretty loopy. And um, then they brought me my wheelchair and brought me to the recovery room. And then I was really dizzy there. The recovery room nurse, little Howdy Pants Tony, I love going into the recovery room when he's there because he's just nice to look at, and it's just, something pleasant. I'm not saying that my other nurse, Katie, who's there, she's pleasant, she's a beautiful woman, she's really sweet, and I do enjoy her company, but Tony's, like I said, pretty good to look at. And so he got me up and he tried to get me to walk down the hall, and I felt like I was on a boat. Like, I'd go to step down and it felt like the floor wasn't in that spot, so I had to try to step another way. It's just my legs were just all over the place. So eventually he gave up, and I just sat and waited, and then finally I asked if I could go. I guess apparently it's normal to be that dizzy and disoriented because the injections were given up so high in my spinal column. They did the C1 and C2, which is, I guess, like pretty much right in your skull. So yeah, that really sucked. And then after that, I had an emotional breakdown over breakfast. I had my heart set on this place, this tiny little diner that my husband and I first found when we came down here to Florida to find a place to live before we even moved here. And it wasn't pleasant for my husband, but he's pretty used to my breakdowns like that. And instead of going out for breakfast, my dad came and watched the kids, and him and I went out for dinner, and we had a really nice time. And I don't remember if we did anything afterwards. I think all we did was drive all the way to the town over where my dad lives, and to this little Italian restaurant and got desserts. They make this cake called the Love and Spoonful, which it's like three different kinds of chocolates all mixed and layered together, and the frosting is like it's almost like fudge because it's just so thick and so dense, and they give you like a decent sized piece, but I have never been able to sit down and eat a whole piece in one sitting. So it was really great. It was the first time we went out together, just the two of us, since our anniversary. Well, other than when we were in Puerto Rico last month. So, as for other things, I have quit smoking cigarettes, and I feel great. I haven't smoked in a week. I have been using this e-cigarette, and it's no tobacco. It is a liquid with nicotine and menthol in it, and I can refill them, and it's just a water vapor that I inhale and exhale. There's no smell, and I'm still getting the nicotine and the oral fixation. I'll show you. I don't know if the camera really picked that up too well, but it looks just like smoke. It feels a little bit different in my lungs, but I can breathe so much better, and I'm really getting the nicotine that I need. And as for other things, I'm in a wheelchair. Yeah, I've got these mega styling wheels. I asked my husband if he would mind painting all of the metal parts pink for me, and he said he would. So that's great. I plan on making like some sort of backpack or wheelchair purse or something to that extent. Um, because the plain black, as elegant and timeless as black may be, it is not my favorite fashion accessory. A big black wheelchair, no. So obviously like I'll keep the cushions because I got this like super thick gel cushion, and I couldn't imagine sitting in a wheelchair all day without one. So that feels great. Um, I'm really muscle spazzy right now. Lately, my memory has been something equated to a 103-year-old woman with Alzheimer's and advanced dementia. Um, I've been really testy. I I feel like I'm really stressed out, and it's like all if there's more than one thing going on, I can't handle it. Today, my son got home from school, and we still haven't like they've opened the Christmas presents, but we haven't like taken them out of their packaging and put them together. There's not very many. It's like three per kid, so like six toys total. And my son was begging me to open. Uh, what's it like a? It's like a tunnel thing for his King Zuzu pets, and I the, I was having a problem with the TV. Like for sporadically, the TV was going off every couple of minutes, and I've got him telling me that I can put his thing together, and I didn't have a clue how to do it. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and the instructions were incredibly useless. And the TV's going off, and I've got both kids right here, like, and my dad's yapping, and the TV's really loud, and the dogs are jumping on the door, and I just lost it, and I just started to scream and scream, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to fix anything, and then I just did it. I just got through it. Um, so that really, I had a rough day today. Also, my beloved neighbors And we've lived in this house since November, and our neighbors have lived over there. I don't remember how many years. It's like somewhere between 6 and 10 years. And when they first got married, they had the house built, and they were the only people that's ever lived there. And now, like I've said before that I live in Florida. The county that I live in, Lee County, Florida, has the highest foreclosure rate in the country. And that's obviously like a direct mirror image of the job market down here. I think like the nation's average of unemployment is something like 8%, but the average in Lee County is something like 23%. Uh, so there's a lot of people that are losing their houses down here, and unfortunately, my neighbors were one of them. So luckily, their house didn't go into foreclosure, and they short saled it before it went into foreclosure. All a short sale is they're selling the house for a lot less than what it's worth, and I guess the house was worth like 130,000, and they still owed something like 90,000, and the guy who bought it is a businessman and investor, and I guess he has several houses. So he bought the house for 50 something thousand, and the bank forgave the rest of the debt that they owed on the house. So my neighbors luckily broke even on it, but they lost their house, and they're moving 5 hours north of where we live. And they are absolutely incredible people. They are the sweetest, nicest neighbors I've ever had. I've never been as good of friends with anybody that I've lived next to ever as compared to them. Um, I'm really gonna miss them. And they're actually leaving in a couple of hours. Um, they've been packing their stuff up all weekend, and my husband helped them. And they've got this big moving truck with a car dolly on it, and Steve's car is on the car dolly, all loaded down. The truck is literally packed to the doors. They wouldn't be able to fit a spool of yarn on this thing. They have it packed so much, and they're leaving a lot behind, throwing a lot away, and they've given me and my husband a lot of stuff. And wow, this is the most upset I've got about it. They like I said, they couldn't fit everything. So they put some of their stuff in our garage. So they're gonna be back in a couple of weeks to get their stuff. So we're gonna see them again. But it's not like, you know, my friends are right next door. Oh, the kids are asleep. I'll sneak next door, see what Steve and Linda are up to, and then go sit in the garage and listen to stupid comedy things on TV and radio and stuff. Yeah, so I'm really heartbroken about losing them as neighbors. Wow. Alright. So Lyme wise, I'm doing pretty crappy. Well, my husband was home. We did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of running around. We bought a new couch, and we bought a new TV. Um, so you know, like, I'm sure you guys have bought like that kind of stuff before. So you know, like, how time consuming it is to go find a couch or find a TV. So wow. Um, I just I'm really stressed out. I feel all alone. Every little thing is getting to me. Um, I don't know. I feel really lost without Steve and Linda, without having the security that they're right there. Um, yeah. It's 12:30 in the morning. I'm not tired. I have all those nighttime meds in me. My 30 milligrams of Flexeril and the two Benadryls. I think they're 25 milligrams each. I don't know. It's just the regular Benadryls. 100 milligrams of Zoloft, Vicodin. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Well, I guess this video was a little pointless. It was more of like a diary entry than anything else. Um, it's like you sit down with the intentions to make a video, and you have like all of these things floating through your head that you need to say, that you need to do, and then it's like bing, Lyme brain, hello, you don't have a clue what you're doing, what's going on. So just ramble pointlessly until you feel like you have exorcised your demons within or something. Um, so I guess I'm just gonna go back to laying in bed and watching YouTube on TV. Oh, so I know this video is probably really long, but I gotta share this with you. I have a video paused right now, so if you see yourself, you're special. So here we go. My husband hooked the desktop computer, up to the television in our bedroom. So I have this ginormous, like, big screen TV to watch YouTube on, and I do it from right there on my bed. Oh, okie doke. So yeah, the video just said that it's like more than 17 minutes long. So I'm gonna turn it off and try to upload it. Okay. Everybody's going through some shit right now, and I want everybody to know that I do think about you guys, and I hope that you guys are doing okay, and I send positive thoughts and healing vibes your way every day, and I know that coming to YouTube and posting my videos and watching your videos makes me feel not so alone. So, thank you. And here's to better nights. Good night.